Hey guys, this is Ada. Welcome to my channel. Today guys, I'm going to be making some oatmeal. And I'm going to be using just the quick oats, whole grain oats from Walmart. Now, these are, like I say, they cook in 1 minute, the quick oats. But I also have organic old-fashioned rolled oats by Bob's Red Meal. But I'm not using that today. You can use your choice of oat. But I'm going to be using, I'm just going to be doing a serving. So it's going to be a half a cup of the oatmeal. And I'm going to be using about 1 cup of water. And I'm going to go ahead and get that started. So I'm going to measure the water. I'm thinking that's a cup, guys. The numbers are kind of faded on this. Yeah, but I'm thinking this is a half a cup. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it in my pot, get that started boiling, and then I'm going to add about a half cup of oats. Okay, so while that is getting ready, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to prepare my berries. I have about a couple servings of strawberries and blueberries because I want to reap all the health benefits from the rolled oats by adding some fruit. And I'm also going to add some yogurt for protein and some almond butter because I'm trying to increase the protein. And as you guys see, I have on my waist trainer and my exercise clothes because I have actually gotten in a good workout this morning. So that's a whole story, guys, that we'll talk about in just a sec. I'll just tell you how I went from pretty much being inactive because of knees, guys, from being very active to inactive. So now I'm getting back active. But I will share that with you in just a sec. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, as I was saying, I went from active, jumping rope and all of that. Then I started going to perimenopause and menopause, started having some joint issues, so I couldn't do any of that. So I just stopped because every time I would do it, I would have issues with my joints, my knees in particular. But anyway, probably because of, you know, the weight, that lowered estrogen and all that. But long story short, back in March, I made a decision to start walking 15 minutes a night again. And I did, and it was doable. Did I have some pain? Yeah, I just put on knee brace and, you know, plowed through it. So, with that being said, from March until now, it's been about 6 months. And in that time, I can't say I lost a lot of weight because the goal wasn't weight. The goal was to build endurance, you know. And I really didn't quite know that at the time. But with that being said, I'm now back to incorporate other things into my workout. Because just walking 15 minutes a night, guys, it helped build up the muscles in my legs and strengthen my legs. And if your muscles around the knee is strengthened, it will actually help build back up the knees. So with that being said, let's get back into this oatmeal. So me, myself, I like to add a little salt to my oatmeal. That's just the way, you know, I've always done it. But first, I have to find the salt. I got several places that I could have put it, but I tried to put it back in my little caddy here. So hold on, because I got to have a little salt in my oatmeal. Okay, guys, I like to add a little salt to my oatmeal. So I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle a little salt in there. And I'm also going to use some grass-fed butter as well and a little vanilla. So, I'm going to go ahead and add my oatmeal. I'm going to do about a half a cup of the oats. And I actually needed a cup of water, so let's add a little bit more water. Okay. So, I added my salt, and I'm actually going to do half a cup of oats. Because I'm trying to go by the serving, guys. Sometimes serving size does matter, and a lot of times I just pour. But serving size matter because a serving of this oatmeal, if you stick with what's on here, is 150 calories. And then by the time I add my berries, the butter, the almond butter and all, it's going to increase in calories. So it has about 5 grams of protein in itself. So by the time I add my peanut butter, my yogurt, I probably will have about 30 grams of protein, which is the goal, to try to get as much protein as possible. Okay, my water's boiling. I'm going to go ahead and add my oats. Okay, we're going to add my oats. And I have some vanilla extract. And I'm going to add just a capful because I like the taste of vanilla. You don't have to add it to yours. Some people add cinnamon. I'm not going to add any cinnamon. But I'm just going to cut that down and let it cook. It really don't take but a minute, but I tend to overcook mine, guys. I do that with a lot of things. I guess I like my stuff well cooked. Okay, so it's boiling over a little bit. Let me turn that down. Okay. So while that is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and chop up my strawberries. And my blueberries are already prepared. I might actually use half of that, guys. We'll see. Because I don't want to put too much in my oatmeal, because I want to actually taste my oatmeal. Anyway, let's chop up these berries, guys. I got about 4 strawberries, and I'm going to chop those up. Into pieces. And the goal is, guys, to try to get as much fruit or vegetables in the meals as possible. You know, if you get do a lot in the morning, you can maybe not do so much in the evening, because I mean you can't get enough. And berries are very good. Less sugar, don't have all the you know, sugar in it. So you can get away with doing a lot of blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, you know, to help with the antioxidants that we need in our body to stay healthy. So I did about 3 of those. I'm not going to do this one. Got a little something going on the side. I don't know what that is, so we're going to put that to the side. So that's my strawberries, guys. And this oatmeal is ready. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little butter to it, because I like butter. So I'm going to add a little butter. And this is grass-fed, guys. Grass-fed butter. So we're going to add a pat, because that's only 1 serving. So I'm going to turn that off a little bit, let it cool down. And then I'm going to start to add my almond butter, about a spoon. I'm going to add milk. I'm going to add all of that. I don't have nuts today. I like nuts, you know, in my oatmeal, because it makes it a little healthier. Just maybe a quarter of a handful or whatever, you know, a quarter of handful, because the nuts can be very fatty. And even though they're healthier than chips, you don't want to eat a whole lot of nuts if your goal is weight loss. So that's that. So I'm going to grab a bowl and we're going to prepare this oatmeal. Okay, guys. I'm back. And what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and plate this up. It's still piping hot. And that's a pretty good serving. So I'm glad I only used like half a cup. That's a half a. It smells wonderful. And for sweetener, guys, I can use stevia, or I can use allulose. Okay, this is allulose, guys, and this is my stevia. Now with the allulose, it doesn't quite have the aftertaste that other sweeteners have. And you know, you can get the sweetness without all the sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit of the allulose and see, you know, how that tastes. I don't want a whole lot, because I do have the almond butter. But my almond butter, it doesn't have sugar or salt in it. So it's not going to add a lot of sweetness to it. But the berry should add some. So I'm going to do about a teaspoon of that and stir it in. Now Truvia, if you go to your local grocery store, like Walmart, Truvia has a brown sugar that's made from stevia, and it is wonderful in oatmeal, but I don't have any. So I'm gonna give that a little taste. And that's not quite as sweet as I wanted, so I'm gonna add just a little stevia, because it takes a lot more allulose than stevia. But the only thing with stevia, you have just a little aftertaste. So we got that added. I'm gonna go in and add the almond butter. There's not much left in this jar, so I can use my spoon. And so a teaspoon of almond butter. Actually, it's 2 tablespoons to get to 7 grams of protein. So this should be about 3 grams of protein here, guys. So I'm just gonna mix that in. And it gives it a very unique taste, and I love it. So I'm getting more protein that way. So I got that mixed in. And so I'm gonna go in and add my berries, my strawberries. And then I'm gonna show you guys what it's looking like. I'm not gonna use all those blueberries because I don't need them, because that's quite a bit of berries. But this is about 2 servings of fruit, guys. So this is what it's looking like. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of this Greek yogurt. I'm gonna mix those berries, and then I'm gonna add the Greek yogurt on top of it, and you can just kind of mix that in. Now, I have I think it's Oikos. I can't pronounce it. I guess it's Oikos or Oikos, but it is 17 grams of protein for 3/4 cups, but I doubt I'll be using 3/4 cups. Yeah, that would be a lot. So I'm probably gonna use about a tablespoon. Let's see. I'm gonna take my oatmeal spoon, guys, and I'm gonna use about a tablespoon, and this is more than a tablespoon. That's about two tablespoons. So this is probably gonna be about 10 grams of protein. But the deal is we got protein. And so you can kind of mix that in. You can mix that in all through your yogurt. All through your oatmeal, I'm sorry. And it gives you more. And by the time you get all this stuff and flavors and mixed together with your vanilla, and you can add more vanilla. I'll show you, it looks creamy. And actually this week I'm gonna do an oatmeal bake, and you guys can join me for that if you would like. That's good. Now, that's really good with the yogurt, guys. It gives it, I don't know. I want to say it almost tastes like a type of cheesecake or something, but it gives it a different taste. So, that is my oatmeal, guys. My high protein oatmeal. And that serving, I'm glad I only used a 1/2 cup of oat, because look how it has expanded. Now that's what I have, and it's very delicious with that yogurt added. And it is a vanilla yogurt. I don't know if Oikos is, yeah, it is Greek yogurt. It's blended Greek yogurt, so we good. It doesn't have any sugar added. So that is a healthy breakfast, guys, that you can do. It doesn't take that long, of course, because I was kind of gathering stuff. It took a little longer than it should, but it'll take about 5 minutes if you have all your stuff together and you're getting a good, healthy breakfast. In my case, it's way past breakfast, and I'm just breaking my fast. So, if you want to more videos like this, and I will continue to discuss what I'm doing now as far as exercise, guys, stay tuned for more videos, because the next video I will tell you what I'm doing now. I went from 15 minutes a night from March until now. And now I have incorporated other stuff into it, and I will be sharing that. Because sometimes you have to let the body build back up, you know, once things have occurred and maybe you went through some life changes and a lot of stress, and stress will break your body down because of high cortisol. But with that being said, guys, this is the oatmeal, and thank you for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video where I will be doing baked oatmeal. All right, thank you for watching.